Stop scrolling right now. Don't miss this. What if a small penny sitting in your house could actually be worth life-changing money? It might sound unbelievable, but certain Lincoln wheat pennies have sold for thousands, hundreds of thousands, and in rare cases, even close to $1 million. Most people overlook them every single day, spending them without realizing their hidden value. In today's video, we're counting down the top 3 ultra-rare and most valuable Lincoln wheat pennies that could make you a millionaire, breaking down their history, unique features, rarity, collector demand, and current market value. Make sure you watch till the end, because the final coin is one of the rarest ever discovered. Let's get started. First up, there's a special kind of excitement in holding a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but carries a powerful story beneath its surface. And today we're diving deep into one of those fascinating pieces, the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny with the D mint mark. This coin represents more than just currency. It represents a turning point in American history and a growing opportunity in today's collector market. The 1946 D Lincoln wheat penny was struck at the Denver Mint right after the end of World War II, during a time when the United States was transitioning from wartime production to peacetime prosperity. This post-war era brought new energy into the economy, and coins like this one became part of everyday rebuilding and growth. The Lincoln wheat penny design had already established itself as one of the most iconic in American coinage. Since its introduction in 1909, it has symbolized stability, heritage, and respect for Abraham Lincoln, one of the nation's most admired leaders. By 1946, this design had become deeply rooted in American culture. The D mint mark on this coin indicates it was produced in Denver, one of the key U.S. mint facilities known for strong and consistent coin production. This small detail gives the coin a specific identity that collectors actively seek when building complete sets. What makes the 1946 D penny especially interesting is its appearance in dirty black circulated condition. This natural dark toning develops over decades of handling and environmental exposure, giving the coin a bold, aged look that reflects its long journey through time. Rather than reducing its appeal, this deep dark coloration often adds character and uniqueness. Each coin develops its own pattern of toning, making every piece visually distinct and historically rich in appearance. Even in this circulated and dark-toned condition, the coin still holds its essential design features. Lincoln's profile remains visible, carrying the dignity of his portrait, while the wheat stalks on the reverse continue to frame the design with classic symmetry. The wear on the coin actually enhances its story, showing that it has been part of real economic history. Every mark and tone represents years of movement through hands, pockets, and transactions across generations. Although millions of 1946 D pennies were originally minted, the number of coins that survive today with strong detail and appealing circulated condition has become more selective over time. This creates a natural demand among collectors. Collectors today are increasingly drawn to coins that combine history, character, and authenticity. The 1946 D penny fits perfectly into this growing trend, especially as interest in mid-20th century coinage continues to rise. In the current market, the value of a 1946 D Lincoln wheat penny in circulated condition varies depending on eye appeal, detail, and toning. Coins with strong visual presence and deep character often attract higher collector attention. What makes this coin especially interesting is the potential for demand to increase over time. As more collectors enter the hobby, the competition for well-preserved and visually striking examples continues to grow. The historical context adds even more depth to its appeal. Being a post-war coin, it represents a period of recovery, hope, and rebuilding, making it a meaningful piece of American heritage. Abraham Lincoln's image on the obverse adds emotional and cultural weight to the coin. His legacy continues to inspire, and his presence on this penny connects collectors to a powerful national symbol. The wheat stalks on the reverse further reinforce the theme of growth and prosperity. This timeless design element continues to be one of the most recognized and respected in U.S. coin history. Modern collectors and investors alike are paying more attention to coins like the 1946 D penny. The combination of historical significance and market accessibility makes it an attractive option for many. Auction platforms and online marketplaces have expanded the visibility of these coins, allowing collectors from around the world to participate in buying and selling. This global exposure strengthens demand and awareness. Proper preservation plays a key role in maintaining value. Keeping the coin in a stable environment ensures that its natural toning and details remain intact for future appreciation. Handling the coin carefully without unnecessary cleaning helps preserve its originality. The natural dark appearance is part of its identity and adds to its collectible character. Understanding grading is essential for collectors who want to recognize true value. Even within circulated conditions, small differences in detail and surface quality can influence desirability. The 1946 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny stands as a strong example of how historical coins can gain renewed attention over time. What was once everyday currency is now becoming a sought-after collectible. As interest in numismatics continues to grow, coins like this are gaining recognition for their story, texture, and historical importance. The market is increasingly rewarding authenticity and character. Every collector knows the excitement of discovering a coin that stands out. The dark-tone 1946 D penny offers exactly that kind of visual and historical appeal. Holding this coin is like holding a piece of history that has survived decades of change, carrying with it the memory of a nation's post-war transformation. In the end, the 1946 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny is more than just a coin. It represents endurance, history, and opportunity, all combined into a small but powerful artifact. Next up, the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark. At first glance it may look like everyday change, but in the world of collectors, it represents something far more meaningful and increasingly in demand. The 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny was minted during a time when the United States was entering a strong post-war economic period. Industries were expanding, cities were growing, and everyday currency like this penny played a silent but important role in the daily life of millions of people across the country. This coin belongs to the legendary Lincoln Wheat series. First introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, by 1950, the design had already become deeply embedded in American culture, symbolizing strength, leadership, and historical pride in a way few coins ever achieve. The absence of a mint mark on this coin indicates that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not place mint marks on its coins during that era. This detail adds historical authenticity and makes it a key reference point for collectors building complete sets. What makes the 1950 penny particularly interesting is its circulated condition with a natural aged appearance, often described by collectors as a sagrash's, toned, or heavily aged surface. This type of natural wear develops over decades of handling and gives the coin a deep sense of history. Instead of reducing its appeal, this circulated and aged look actually enhances its character. It reflects a life lived through countless transactions, making each mark and tone part of its unique journey through American history. Even with its circulation wear, the essential design remains clear. Abraham Lincoln's portrait is still recognizable, carrying the dignity and strength of his image, while the wheat stalks on the reverse maintain their classic symbolic presence. The softening of details over time does not take away from its identity. Instead, it adds authenticity, showing that this coin was truly part of everyday economic activity for decades. Although the 1950 penny was minted in large numbers, the number of coins that remain in visually appealing circulated condition is naturally decreasing over time. This gradual reduction increases interest among collectors who value originality and age. Collectors today are paying closer attention to coins from the mid-20th century, especially those that carry strong historical context and unique visual toning. The 1950 penny fits perfectly into this growing category of interest. In the current market, a 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in circulated condition holds steady collector value, with prices influenced by appearance, toning, and preservation. Coins with strong eye appeal often attract higher demand. The idea of hidden value is what makes this coin so exciting. Many people overlook pennies like this in everyday life, but collectors understand that small details can lead to significant interest and appreciation. As demand for historical U.S. coinage continues to grow, coins like the 1950 penny are gaining more recognition. This rising interest helps strengthen their position in the collector marketplace. The presence of Abraham Lincoln on the coin adds emotional and historical importance. His legacy continues to inspire, making every coin featuring his portrait a lasting tribute to American heritage. The wheat stalk design on the reverse further enhances its symbolism, representing prosperity, growth, and stability. This timeless imagery is one of the reasons the Wheat Penny series remains so highly respected. Modern collectors appreciate coins that tell a story, and the 1950 penny tells a clear one of a nation in transition, moving forward while preserving its historical identity. Online marketplaces and auctions have expanded access to coins like this, bringing together buyers and collectors from around the world. This global exposure is helping increase interest and competitive value. Proper storage is important for maintaining the coin's natural appearance. Keeping it protected ensures that its age, toning, and surface detail remain intact over time. Avoiding unnecessary cleaning is also essential, as the natural patina is part of what makes the coin visually and historically appealing to collectors. Learning how to evaluate circulated coins can give collectors a strong advantage. Understanding the difference between ordinary wear and desirable toning helps identify valuable examples. The 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny stands as a strong example of how everyday currency can transform into a collectible asset over time. What was once common is now increasingly appreciated. As the collector market continues to expand, coins with authentic wear and historical character are becoming more desirable. The 1950 penny fits naturally into this trend. Every collector enjoys the excitement of discovery, and coins like this provide that opportunity. Even a simple penny can turn into a meaningful addition to a collection. There is a unique satisfaction in holding a coin that has traveled through decades of American history, carrying the marks of time and use. In the end, the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark represents more than just currency. It reflects history, endurance, and growing collector demand. Next up, the 1913 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark. This is not just an old coin. It is a living piece of early American coinage that continues to capture attention in today's highly active collector market. The 1913 Lincoln Wheat Penny was produced during the early years of the series, just a few years after its introduction in 1909. This period marks the beginning of a revolutionary shift in U.S. coin design, as Abraham Lincoln became the first real historical figure to appear on American currency. At the time, the United States Mint was expanding production to meet growing demand, and coins like the 1913 penny played an essential role in everyday commerce. Each piece circulated through a rapidly modernizing America, making it a true witness to early 20th century life. The absence of a mint mark on this coin indicates it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. During that era, Philadelphia coins were not marked, which makes them historically significant as the original standard issues of the series. What makes the 1913 penny especially fascinating today is its age combined with its survival in circulated condition. A coin that has lived for more than 100 years carries a depth of history that cannot be replicated or recreated. The black circulated condition seen on many surviving examples adds even more character. Over time, copper naturally darkens, creating a deep, rich tone that reflects decades of handling and environmental exposure. Rather than reducing its appeal, this darkened surface actually enhances its historical presence. It gives the coin a bold, antique appearance that collectors often find visually powerful and authentic. Even with heavy circulation, the core design remains identifiable. Abraham Lincoln's portrait still stands as a strong central feature, representing leadership, strength, and national identity across generations. The reverse wheat stalks, though softened by time, still frame the coin with elegance and balance. This classic design remains one of the most respected and recognizable motifs in American numismatics. Coins from 1913 are naturally scarce in appealing condition simply because of their age. Over more than a century, most examples have been lost, damaged, or heavily worn. Making surviving pieces highly sought after, collectors place strong value on early wheat pennies because they represent the foundation of modern U.S. coin design. The 1913 issue stands as one of the early historical pillars of this iconic series. The growing demand in today's coin market is driven by both history enthusiasts and investors who recognize the long-term significance of early American coinage. In circulated black-toned condition, the 1913 penny holds a unique position. It represents authenticity and age, both of which are highly respected traits in the collector world. Market value for a 1913 Lincoln wheat penny can vary widely depending on detail, preservation, and visual appeal. Even in circulated condition, these coins often command strong interest due to their age and historical importance. Coins with better defined details and attractive natural tunning tend to achieve higher attention in auctions and private sales. Collectors are willing to pay more for coins that show character and clarity. The idea of owning a coin from the early 1900s adds emotional value that goes beyond price. It connects collectors directly to a different era of American life and economy. As interest in rare and historic coins continues to rise, the 1913 penny remains a standout piece in the wheat penny series. Its early date alone gives it a strong position in any collection. Online marketplaces have further increased awareness of these coins, allowing collectors worldwide to discover and trade them more easily than ever before. Proper preservation plays an important role in maintaining the coin's natural appeal. Keeping its original surface intact ensures it retains its authentic historical character. Avoiding cleaning is essential, as the dark patina is part of its identity. This natural agging is highly valued in the numismatic community. Understanding coin grading helps collectors recognize true quality within circulated examples. Even within wear, certain details can make a significant difference in desirability. The 1913 Lincoln wheat penny represents a powerful combination of age, history, and design. It stands as a reminder of the early foundation of American coinage. Every coin from this era carries a sense of survival. It has passed through decades of change, wars, and generations, making it more than just currency. Collectors are drawn to coins like this because they offer something tangible from the past. Each piece tells a silent story of the people and times it has lived through. In the end, the 1913 Lincoln wheat penny is far more than a simple coin. It is a historical artifact that continues to grow in recognition and collector demand. So when you come across an old dark-toned penny, especially one dated 1913, take a closer look. That small piece of copper could represent a century of history, strong collector interest, and a lasting place in the world of valuable coins.